You're an outside the beltway. I'm John Fredericks, and I am your blowtorch for free speech in America. Now, we kept this 7 o'clock open because we want to get our callers. I want to get your reaction to this speech. I really do. You know what mine is. That's pretty evident. But I want to know what yours is. So tell me, good, bad, or the ugly, like Anthony did. Anthony's like, okay, it's a sugar high. Okay, fine. 888-480-JOHN. I loved everything he said. I thought it was one of the greatest speeches I've ever heard as a State of the Union. And I'm now, in the Bannon camp, Trump 2028, as far as I'm concerned. I love the fact that he put J.D. Vance, like the apprentice, obliviously, that was good, in charge of the fraud in Minnesota. I mean, you need to go up there and do something. There needs to be arrests. We need to see accountability. And I love the fact that he brought out the hockey team and basically pointed out how bad the Democrats are. I mean, and everything that he said is, where for Americans, there for illegals. And they wouldn't even stand up when he said the most important thing is to protect Americans, not illegals. But the Democrats, all they want is the illegals because that's their vote base, voter ID. I mean, he nailed everything, the tax cut, everything. And, if you hate Trump, and you probably couldn't watch that last night if you hate him for whatever reason. But even Taurus, who's probably not listening now, but Taurus said at 6 a.m. when I got on, who's a Democrat, okay, you had a good night. You had a good night. Now let's see what happens. Congratulations on a good night. It was a good night. So even the Democrats begrudgingly have to say it was a really good night for the president. Now we got to capitalize on it. So it's not a sugar high. We got to make sure that we just ate a big old steak and potatoes and broccoli, so we have some sustenance here and to be able to move forward. But it fired me up. I mean, I'm running for Ward 2 chair here in D.C., D.C. GOP, and, I got a bunch of signatures last night, and I'm fired up now. By the way, if you want to help me out, check out my campaign website, which is makedcgreat.com, makedcgreat.com, makedcgreat.com. You can give me a campaign donation there. You can send a check in. A campaign donation limit, $200. So just go to makedcgreat.com. We're going to continue to campaign through the tape. And Maryland Terrapins winning last night. I think they beat Delaware. Ann and I had to leave when they were ahead, but I think the final score is 13-8. A win's a win. Joe pitched a third of an inning, no runs. That's good, I guess, and hopefully he'll continue to see more action. Had I think a walk in there and a hit batsman. So, but no runs. They got out of the inning, or he got out of the inning. So that was a good thing. 888-480-JOHN, 888-480-5646. You want to weigh in? I want to hear from you. This is your show, your callers. I want to know what you think about the speech and what we need to do going forward. And maybe, I got up today and I'm thinking to myself, and weigh in here on this also, 888-480-JOHN. Maybe, just maybe, there's a chance to beat this scam referendum in Virginia. Just maybe. Now, kind of given up on it, but this speech has revitalized my attitude about this stuff. Maybe we do the bus tour there. Maybe we just go and do it. And maybe we rally whatever troops we got for a last stand, right? One last stand. And maybe we do that. So I'll be thinking about it. And but I want your opinion on that as well. But I can't do anything if you don't call. 888-480-JOHN, 888-480-5646. Let's get to Nancy in South Jersey, line 1. Nancy, you're live.
Good morning, John. I hope you're having a good morning. And definitely do that bus tour in Virginia. Don't back down, John. Get right in their face.
I'm thinking about it.
We can't give up on Virginia, and it wouldn't be too much for you, hopefully, to get down there. And I wouldn't even care if you get heckled. I think the fact that you go, that you show up, and that you speak the truth is what's important. So definitely do it. I hope Ann tells you to go. I loved the speech yesterday. I always love his speeches. Trump and public speaking is not the issue. The issues follow through, right? So we've got the strongest leader we've ever had. We have a populist leader, somebody that really does care about us, and he communicated that much better last night than he has for the past several months. What we need is the follow through. And that's what I was thinking when I woke up this morning. You know, I feel great. It's kind of like I hit $100 on a lottery ticket, but what's next? I still have bills to pay, right? So my frustration isn't with Trump so much as it's with the people that need to take the action to codify what he's doing. Everything he's done can be undone if things go south at the next election. I 100% agree with you, Trump 2028. I took your poll on your website, John. Donald Trump wasn't on there as far as I remember.
No, he's not. No,
He is my number one. Yeah,
because
he is my number one choice.
constitutionally he can't run. So I can't put his name on a poll when he can't run.
Okay. I don't know that I agree with that. I'm not a legal scholar. I think it's consecutive terms. That's just me. And what's the mea culpa for the fraud? For the fact that he had a crime committed against him, let alone the American people had a crime committed against them. So I kind of disagree with you, but you know what? That's in God's hands. So I guess my feedback is he's a wonderful speaker. His speeches are never the issue. The issue is the follow through. We need prosecutions, and we need more people in the DOJ, number one, working there. Everyone's afraid to work for his administration. And number two, getting the prosecutions done. Congress needs to do its job with oversight of the federal judiciary. These activist judges have no place in America. I would like to see legislation that no one who is not American born can ever sit on the federal bench or, God forbid, the Supreme Court. And I really, really do believe that. You know, I work in law. I've been in this field for almost 35 years, ready to retire, and they do not appreciate or interpret our laws the way they were written.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that we need a much, much, much faster and stronger active Senate to push through the things that the Congress is getting through. I don't understand what the delay is. I hear the SAVE Act is finally coming up. John, you know better than me. You're there. Are they really going to do it? Are they going to do the talking filibuster? I mean, are they going to get it done? I would like to know if they're going to get rid of that.
As of
what are they calling it?
no, they can't pass the SAVE Act. They don't have 60 votes in the Senate. So in order to do it,
I can't.
They have to get rid of the cloture rule. They have to get rid of it, and only two
Right.
can do it. And they got to get 50 votes. And if they don't, it's not going to pass. And I thought what Trump did yesterday is he put enormous pressure on them. Get this thing passed. Get up off your ass and stop telling me about your traditionalist when the country's going down the tubes and they're cheating on every election, and go get this passed. And so I don't.
And John, there's my frustration.
I don't know.
There's my frustration. There's every American's frustration right now, every MAGA voter. That's our frustration. I think that the anger's directed at Trump sometimes because he's the commander-in-chief.
Yep.
We have to understand that he has to work within a system, and it is the system that is not working.
Yep.
It's a tougher lift. It's a much harder answer. But we need, as MAGA voters, as American First voters, we need to put our focus there. And for everyone saying, and I told you, I have a lot of people telling me they're not even going to vote in the midterms. For everyone saying that, understand that that is the only hope to keep this agenda going. And I'm realizing now that the reason that Trump is sort of running around the goalpost, so to speak, is because he can't get anything done running straight at it. So he's finding other ways. The other ways are not guaranteed once he's out of office. So our focus really needs to be on these midterms. And I just wish there were more America First candidates running. Some of them are great. Some of them aren't so great. So, I mean, that's the bigger picture, John. Love the speech. Love the president. We got a bigger fish to fry, and it's called the midterms.
Well, we got to do it. I think I'm going to take your advice. You know, I've been very. I don't think there's a chance in hell that we defeat this referendum on the surface. But you know what? You're right. You're right.
Go fight the fight.
We got to try. We have to. I mean, look, I campaigned my tail off for Winsome Sears, who was a dreadful candidate, horrible.
Horrible.
I didn't
Horrible.
like. I didn't like her campaign. I thought the whole thing was a clown car from day one. But you know, I got up off my butt and Ann kicked me out there and said, you know what? It is what it is, right? You got to play the hand you're dealt, dude. You got to go play it. This is your hand. You know what? You don't want to look back and say, like, New Jersey, here's what I learned. New Jersey 2017, right? No, 2021. New Jersey 21, when David Rexroad, who was chairman of the RGA, begged me to go up and do a week bus tour there for their candidate. I guess it was Chitterelli back then as well, and said we were within striking distance. And I'm like, Dave, come on, man, I love you to death, but I ain't going up there. You guys haven't won since what? Since like Tom Kane in the '80s or something. No. And he called me again, and I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't get off my butt and go. And he lost by 50,000 votes. So maybe if I went there, he wins, right? Maybe I get 50,000 people out in South Jersey where he wanted me to go. So I bailed on Dave, and maybe that cost New Jersey a Republican governor. So I never lived that down to myself. So yeah, maybe I should get off my butt.
You know what?
And go up and down 81 and fire up our base.
I think you should, John. Get in their face. Always, 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 always be present, no matter how bad the battle looks. David did a heck of a lot with Goliath, right? You can do it, John. And I just want to give a huge shout out to Ann. You talk about her a lot. Never met her, never seen her, don't know her. But I get the sense that she's got a really, really, really good sense of us, the folks that are the America First voters. And I just want to thank her for running your operation, for all the support she gives you, and for the great advice. Gotta love a strong woman.
I tell you what, Tyler, take Nancy's clip there, and we'll send it to Ann. That was very nice, Nancy. And she
Have a
really
great morning, John. God bless you.
She's not only the intellectual muscle behind a lot of what happens, but she's also, she also is an inspirator. She's also a taskmaster. She has a stick that she will wield on occasion. You don't mess with her. Everybody knows that, including the kids. You just don't mess with her. And but she's an angel. So thank you for saying that. She built this company with no money on my mother's kitchen table, without a car, with $200 into the largest independently owned and operated news talk network in America, with no money and nothing. And a guy that was, she had to peel out of the gutter, that was an alcoholic, that was going to die. And she resurrected him, that's me, and put him back together and pushed him out there. And I'd be dead without her. So this isn't like, we wouldn't be as successful. I'd be dead. I was on a path for death. And she came and, put me back together, glued the parts back together, and gave me some hot soup and pushed me out there. So it's kind of it is what it is. So Nancy, thank you. You have a great day. Let's get to Sean in Southwest Virginia, line 2. Sean, you're live. Go ahead, Sean.
It's John.
John. I had Sean on earlier. John.
That's okay.
John in Southwest Virginia. Nancy got me.
Hey, I'm just sitting here thinking, that you're like the Mike Lindell of radio, because he's got his story, you've got yours, and I bet you dig into his path. Not only is the Lord there, but there's a successful woman as well. And it sounds like successful women have had their hand on you with God's grace over the years. So, like the last caller said, so much of what she said, I can say, yeah, what she said. And obviously, yeah, you can see Ann's magic working with you. But what I wanted to say was I thought the speech last night not only was a home run, I thought it was a grand slam. And people keep trying to put too much pressure on him. We need to put more pressure on Congress. We need to have them come through. They're sitting there worried about their positions and not what the American people elected them for. You need to have follow through, and they're not doing it. They're not doing it. I don't know what the Senate is thinking, that when the Democrats get in and then all these blue slips go away, they can't use them, and all these holes that they're putting on all the other all the other positions, they're going away and they can't use them. What are they going to do? You don't go to war with the army and the weaponry that you want. You go with what you got. And what we've got is what's there now. And what we need to do is get our butts in gear and start giving the president what he needs to run the administration. He's got so many people that are waiting to get confirmed, and they're just not doing it. They need to have the judges and the the attorneys. They're just not doing it. I thought it was a great speech last night, but I'll tell you what sums it up for me on the Democrat side was one cameraman showed the Rashida Tlaib, and you saw the button. I'm sure I didn't catch your earlier portion of the show. I had fallen asleep after watching everything from last night. But when she has the button that says F-ICE, I mean, what woman with class would wear a button like that? I just don't see it. And then their hesitancy on standing for good people, for the hockey team and others that had gone through such great turmoil in their lives, tragedies. I just don't see it. But I think we can do it. I think we can put the pressure on people. And I think we got to get out and vote. I mean, people who say, "Oh, I'm not going to sit out and vote," or "Oh, this is just a sugar high." There are a lot of Eeyores out there that want to always see something bad in what's going on. But if you don't get out there and fight, you're not going to win anything. And all you got to do is sit back and say, "Well, if I don't go out and vote in the midterms, what am I going to get?" You're going to get like the bully after school. You see him outside, and every time you run from him, he keeps getting stronger and stronger in your eyes and gets more daring. You got to stand up to him. You got to get out and at least put up a fight to try to win. If you don't try to win, you've lost already. And I hate hanging around losers. I just don't like it because losing breeds losing. And I don't like that myself, John. I think we need to get out and fight. I hope you do come in through Virginia. I saw you once before, and I'll see you again, and I'll help you again. But what we need people to get their butts off the couch and not stop sitting there saying, "Well, I don't have everything I want, so therefore I'm going to quit and I'm going to go home." That's my thought.
Let me tell you a story. I grew up, John, because everything you're saying is right. I grew up with a severe stutter, and so kids made fun of me a lot. It's what happens when you stutter and you can't talk. But there was a bully in my neighborhood, like 2 doors down, and he had beat me up after school. Just was making fun of me, and and he beat me to a pulp. So I come in the house, I was like, I don't know, 9 or something. I was under 10, it was 9 or 10. So I go in the house, my father's home, and I'm crying, and I'm all bloody, and I'm sobbing, and he cleaned me up a little bit, and he said, I was 10 maybe. And he said, "I want you to go down there, 2 houses down, I want you to knock on the door, and ask him to come out. And when he comes out, I want you to punch him in the face." I'm like, "He's going to beat me up again." He said, "No. Go and punch him in the face." This is what my father said. This is like one of the stories that go with your life. So, I'm scared to death. So I go down there and I knock on the door, and he opens it. And I stuttered by motion for him to come out, so I couldn't talk. He comes out, and I just wound up and punched him in the side of the head. And I knocked him down. And I guess back then it was latchkey. Parents weren't home. So he came out, and he beat me up worse than he did the first time. I came home crying again, just blood all over me. And my father fixed me up. And for years, I'm like, why did he do that? The reason he did it, that kid never bothered me again. And he was in the neighborhood because he thought I was bat crap crazy. He never bothered me again because I did nail him, even though he beat me up again to a pulp because he was bigger and stronger. And I was not that big at the time, not like I am now. And but he never bothered me again. And I learned the lesson: if you don't punch back, regardless of the outcome, they are going to kick your ass every day because they don't have respect for you. So my father was, high school education, punch the clock, blue collar worker, but. So on the Virginia thing, you're right. If you don't punch back, regardless of the outcome, if you don't fight back, bad things are going to happen to you. So on that, John, you're 100% right. And all right, fine, I'll do it. Ann tells me to do it. My callers are telling me to do it. I'll get up off my sorry butt and get fired up and try to beat this a ridiculous referendum that's not even legal. So I'll do it. Okay, John, I'm in. Thank you for inspiring me. Leonard, Georgia, line 3. Leonard, you're live.
John, what a performance! It reminded me. Remember the old game, Rock'em Sock'em, the two robots that were fighting,
Yes.
and the body blows. Trump kept doing body blows, and their head kept popping up. But I wish he would have done one thing, John. And I like all your callers today; they were all on point, especially Nancy. Here's what I want to say: he should have mentioned Mexico, and he should have said, "Defund the police." So I have an idea. I'm going to take John Fredericks tour bus. I'm going to load all you Democrats and send you to a resort in Mexico. And then all expenses paid. You can stay over there as long as you want to. That's what I wish he would have said. So to show you an example, you defund the police, and that's what you get, John. What do you think? Can we borrow your bus?
Yes, I think you should just take him down there and dump him there, and let's see what happens, right? I mean, you defund the police,
Absolutely.
and he said
Yeah, but
he said something interesting. He said, our police are packed. I mean, we were down so many cops because nobody wants to be a cop, and now I told you the other day I have a family member who called me up and said, I want to be a DC cop. I want to go do some good. I'm like, why DC? And
wow.
it's male. I'm not going to tell you who. And he says, because I want to protect the nation's capital. I want to protect the home of the nation. I want to be a DC cop. And then I want to be a detective. And I want to do something good. And I can't do anything else, but I can do that because, I'm big, I'm strong, and I can do that. What do you think? And I'm like, well,
And that's it. Yep.
let's go. I mean, go apply. By the way, they got a $60,000 bonus that you get after 2 years. So you get that. They pay $85,000.
Wow.
And I said, the cops here are different now. They've always been good, but now they got a president that's got their back. So you want to be a cop here. And by the way, just as an aside, DC cops are the greatest. I've said that even before any of this happened. The DC cops are the best. But anyway, Leonard, I'll give you the final word.
Well, let's go USA, baby. USA, baby. And good luck to your son this year in baseball pitching.
All right. He'll have his opportunity. He pitched third of an inning yesterday, no run. So that's good and a big win. So it's all good. 888-480, John, you want to weigh in? 888-480-5646. But you're right. I mean, the backdrop of this now is, okay, it's now the next day. And we do have a sugar high. There's no doubt about it. We have a sugar high. There's nothing wrong with that. You have to enjoy it for a day. That's why you win a World Series, you have a parade, right? Or you celebrate in the locker room and things of that nature. So that's what you do. Like, I get it. But, now what are we going to do? Now we got to capitalize on this. We got to capitalize on it. The way you capitalize on it is you got to get this SAVE Act passed. You got to get this passed. And you got to get these tariffs going. And I think President Trump should go to Congress and say, I'm going to take every dime of this tariff money and give everybody a $2,000 check. And Wall Street, you can sue the working people that got it. Good luck. You can sue, I don't know, 100 million of them. Screw you. Or however many there are. 50 million. Screw you. I wish you would do that. But we got to get rid of this cloture rule. That has got to be the next order of business. You cannot go forward and have this thing. So maybe Thune will get off his butt. Maybe they'll stop telling me they're a traditionalist or whatever the hell that means. And let's roll. We got to get this done. So for Leonard, by the way, we got Morgan Griffith coming up. We got the Peach Crew coming up at 9. So we got a lot of action. 888-480, John, you want to weigh in? 888-480-5646. Quick word from our sponsors. We're going to be right back with your calls. We always prioritize your calls. I want to hear from you. 888-480-5646. You're on the John Fredericks Media Network. Stay with us.